Okay, so I want to introduce you to velvet. It's one of my favourite fabrics. I will always try and shoehorn it in wherever I can. Um, Velvet can make beautiful piping, contrast piping. It makes beautiful scatter cushions. It's great on the back of a scatter cushion with a pattern on the front. Um, you can, I mean, velvet literally is so easy to keep clean because nothing sticks to it if it's a polyester. Um, we can get velvets with treatments on them that mean you can even have your kids draw over it and you can wipe it off. So a velvet is a really good, tough product. But equally, you can get some very delicate ones which you wouldn't use in a normal high traffic area, but can also give you beautiful finish. They feel like teddy bears when you've got a cushion inside them. They're just a real good comfort fabric. So what I'm going to introduce you to is various types of what people consider to be velvets. When they're trying to explain what they want, velvet will be the word that comes out of their mouth, but it won't necessarily be velvet because you have different degrees of velvet. So the first one I want to introduce you to is this Kobe Scala, which is it's been around for as long as I've worked with Kobe, and it's never ever failed me. There's always been a colour. So this one's called Scala, and this is a 90% cotton. And I want to bring it close, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but can you see that pile is quite raised? But when you stroke it, it's really smooth, and you can draw in it. That to me is one of the joys of velvet. I've got memories of my grandparents' house. They had this dark green early sofa bed, but you could literally draw pictures in the pile on it, and then you could like rub it out and do something, leave them little messages. So I think that might be part of my love of velvet. But have a look at that colour range. Can you see? And you can see how this poor swatch book has been so well used that some of them are all raggedy, some of them are falling out. But don't let that put you off, because every client, if you saw a colour in here that you liked, we would get you your own special swatch to put with your scheme. But what is not to like with that? So a little known fact with velvet, and I hope this will show on the camera, is if you look at it that way as a curtain, it's quite red. So velvet, actually, if you hang it upside down, you get a different colour. And what happens, so there's not right or wrong way. You can hold it, you can make your curtains so that they go downwards, but over time this will relax and the colour will deepen. So it's a different way. Velvet you can play with. So if you imagine folds in your velvet, the depth of colour that you get, it really can be quite dramatic and change an awful lot depending on how you hang it. However, you must make sure that everything goes the same direction. So you couldn't have one curtain in one side this way up and then expect it to look the same colour if you turn it upside down, because it won't. And the same goes with upholsteries and bench seats. You can't run this, by run we mean you couldn't turn your fabric to get a 2 metre long bench seat without a join in it, because you could look at it that way, and then if you moved the camera around so you're looking from a different direction, so I'm doing the moving of the camera, it's a different colour depending on your point of view basically. So so there is a skill to using velvet, but the options, it's got so much more to it. So this one's 90% cotton, and it has a different feel and a different behaviour than some of the modern polyester ones.